Why is there so much traffic? Everyone needs to stay inside. Hey guys, it's Michaela back again with another video. It is early in the morning and I am out on my porch. It is a cold morning. Thank God. We have been having some hot ass weather in Florida and I'm not happy about it, but I'm happy about this. My toes are freezing and I'm very happy about it. I am excited to start April off with a big project, bigger than anything I've done on this channel in the past, and that is a read with me for the entire Raven cycle. I am hoping that it's the entire Raven cycle. I have 4 books. I didn't actually look up if the cycle is only 4 books. I don't know what I'm gonna do if it's more than 4 books, but right now that is what I am banking on. Trying to be a healthy bitch with my green smoothie that tastes way too much like carrot this week. So this is the first book. It is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. I'm guessing. I'm so sorry. I don't know. But this is what I'm going to start with today. I've got a little bit of time before I'm supposed to log in for work. If you watched my March wrap-up video, you know that I am working from home for the foreseeable future, so I do have to be online. How much work actually gets done? Let's not have that conversation. It's not important. I should say that I know absolutely nothing about this series. I have heard some mixed things about it in terms of its quality, but in terms of its content, I know that it's supposed to be like super gay, and there's like the sport thing. I think it's a fake sport that was made up for this, and like sort of the books revolve around this sport, but I'm not even super certain about that. That's basically all I know. So I'm going to this super blind, but I'm hoping I'm going to like it. So I'm gonna read a little bit of this right now and I will check back in when I have some thoughts. So this book starts out with 2 epigraphs, one from Edgar Allan Poe and one from Oscar Wilde. So you know this is about to be some gay, spooky shit. So I moved inside because my feet were getting cold, but I am now 1 chapter in, well, the prologue in 1 chapter, and I have to say, it's a really strong start for a book. I find myself into it right away. I love like a witchy, magical, supernatural family. I'm super into that. I will say that I don't know why I was surprised. I don't think I read the back of the book, but I am surprised that the main character is a girl. I think it's because I had heard so many gay things about this book. And I should say like a girl who was clearly going to be pursuing a guy. And I'm starting to wonder, is this actually gay, or is this something that the fandom that has cropped up around it has like read gay into it? Maybe both, or maybe one, I don't know. But that's something I'm going to be thinking about. But so far, definitely enjoying it. Very good writing, very good world building. Like, I'm only, 16 pages in, and I feel that this world is super complete. So I'm really enjoying it so far. Going on a quick walk to drop off a letter in the mailbox for my pen pal, and definitely to pay the rent that I may or may not have forgotten to pay yesterday. So it is much later in the day because I had to stop to do some like actual work and then to edit my March wrap-up video, which should be posting later today, hopefully. And I have now met, it seems, 3 of the 4 titular Raven boys, and don't really have a beat on them yet. I just wanted to stop and say, so we know that Blue, this main character, she has been told her whole life that when she kisses her true love, he will die. And we learned very early that Gansey, this true love character, I'm assuming, has an EpiPen, and I swear to God, if he's allergic to her lipstick, I'm going to cackle. That's like the funniest thing. I hope that's what happens because it's so goddamn funny. So I have just finished the chapter where we get all 4 boys. It's the first time we have all 4 boys in 1 chapter. And I am having an extremely hard time keeping them straight. Gansey's the only one I have like a hold on as an individual. All the rest of them are really blending together. Gansey is giving me like extreme Jughead Jones vibes. Like very, I'm special, I'm a weirdo, I'm like, basically I'm not like other girls, guy edition. However, I don't hate it. Like, normally that's the type of thing that puts me off of a character right away. It's something that I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on. but as of right now, it hasn't put me off. And I will say, because I have absolutely no self-control, I already know, even from this one chapter, I am absolutely going to build something inspired by the factory that Gansey lives in The Sims, because I love it, and I want to visualize it better than I can in my head. Okay, so I am a little over 100 pages in, and I have to admit that the ley line stuff isn't making a ton of sense to me. Ley lines are something, like, a part of supernatural lore that have never really made sense to me. I don't get them. And I don't think they're being explained particularly well in this book so far. Obviously that might change. But as for right now, I'm just like, I don't know what you're talking about. I find it very confusing. Other than that, I think the writing is spectacular. I really love Blue's voice in particular. I will say that the 4 Raven boys, I don't know how many of them we've actually gotten to have a chapter from their perspective. And the reason that I'm not sure is just because their voices are very similar. I'm starting to be able to tease them apart, and just be able to figure out, like, which Raven boy is which. But yeah, I think the writing is really good. I hope things clear up with regards to just the supernatural stuff, because right now I'm kind of confused. So I'm starting to think that whatever series I was talking about at the beginning of this video, when I said that I thought this series was going to be really gay and about a sport, I think I was thinking of a different series. Because I'm not getting, like, any of those vibes. No sports have been mentioned. I'm like 130, 140 pages in. There's been no talk of sports. And, you know, obviously when you have, like, these 4 prominent male characters like we have, obviously people are going to ship them in a gay way, and that's fine. I don't care about that. But I think I was definitely thinking of something else, because everything about this is completely new to me, and nothing that I thought I knew nothing about this, and I think I knew even less than I thought I did before. So that's exciting. But again, I'm liking it so far. It's just not at all what I expected, even though I didn't expect anything. Okay, the character work in this book is truly spectacular. Like, every single person feels so real and so individual. I love Blue's family. All of these women that she lives with, they are so fascinating. I have been just thrilled with these little tiny hints about Noah's character. He's been, like, super tertiary up to this point. I'm a little past 150 pages in, and we know nothing about him, but everything we do know is clearly hinting to something very interesting. All of these characters are so well done, and the plot is clipping along at a pace that I really like. So just so far, I am enjoying the hell out of this, and I don't know if I am going to end up shipping anybody. That's not something that's really on the radar. It's not something that this book is prioritizing, and I like that. I think it's coming, sort of romantical things, but it's not on the forefront. And as someone who gets kind of exhausted by YA romances sometimes, I appreciate that. Bigger issues are taking center stage, at least for now. So yeah, I'm liking it. Okay, I think we're finally getting some gay stuff, which is exciting. But maybe it's like okay, so I'm at this one part, and Gansey says, I'm going to need everyone to be straight with each other. And then Ronan says, I'm always straight. And then Adam says, oh man, that's the biggest lie you've ever told. What does that mean? Is that gay? Okay, I am about 250 pages in, and things are getting weird, but, like, super good weird. The plot is clipping along a little bit too fast. I kind of don't always know what's happening, but I'm really okay with just being taken on the ride. I'm not really mad that I don't really know what's happening. I really like this group of friends that has formed. I'm obsessed with Noah. I love him. He's my son, and I'll kill for him. Oh my god, I adore Noah. But I like all of them. I like how this experience is changing them, and I like how they're changing each other. Like, there is this understanding that a romantic plot is coming, and it's sort of like this storm on the horizon, but it's not there yet, and they sort of, the five of them can just be friends, even though, like, clearly Adam has feelings for Blue, and Blue has feelings for Adam, but Blue also understands that, like, she and Gansey have this connection. Even though all of that is there, the friendship is still at the forefront between all five of them, and I really am loving that. I'm loving all of their characters interacting with each other. This plot is just super strange, and there are times when I'm reading it and I'm like, where the hell did this come from? Like, I kind of want to know what thought processes got the author to this point, because not only is it, like, creative and unique, but it's just sort of, it's not really like anything else I've ever read before. So yeah, I have about 150 pages left in this first book. I'm definitely finishing tonight, and I'm so glad I read this. If Noah dies, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. What? Noah, no. Oh my god. Is this a plot twist? Can it be a plot twist if they tell you? Oh my god. My boy. Oh no, I'm sad. Okay, so I'm about 40 pages left. I have about 40 pages left. And while I am enjoying myself, and this is definitely, like, a really well-written book, and it's very fun to read, I truly have no idea what's happening. Things are happening very quickly. I have completely lost track of what day it is. There's just lots, like, so many things are happening at once. It's very, very, very hard to follow. There are children. There are lots of kids playing outside, which is fine. I love when kids play outside. Everything with Adam's father has just gone down, and, like, that's very interesting. You know, it's not like it's not that I don't care about him. I like Adam a lot. I am glad that he is getting out of his father's house, and I think that how everything is affecting his relationship with Gansey in particular is super well done and super intricate, but it feels kind of shoehorned in, and I feel like I would rather have maybe those pages dedicated to slowing down the ley line plot and, like, explaining things a little better, because there's just so much new information kind of all the time, so many new things just happening that it's like, while I love Adam and I, you know, like I said, his home plot is certainly worth exploring, I feel like it could have been sacrificed for spending more time on the A plot, which is very, very intricate and confusing. I finished. This book was an absolute wild ride. I'm still not entirely sure that I got everything that happened, which I think is fine. I got like the crux of it. It was definitely a very emotional book and a very character-driven book, which I super loved. These characters were so well written and so alive, even the ones who weren't. And I fell in love with all of them. I was really happy that there was no real explicit romance in this book. It just wouldn't have fit. There were so many other things going on. There was just no room for it. So I'm glad it wasn't here, although, you know, obviously we can see the echoes of what is to come. I super don't like that Gansey calls Blue Jane. Because, like, no offense if your name is Jane, but, like, come on. And B, like, she explicitly said that she didn't want to be called that, and then he does it anyway, and I'm like, okay, cool, so he's an asshole. Which, I mean, I know his whole character is that he's an asshole, but, like, it's not cute. Like, it's not a cute look. It's not, whatever. I am super intrigued by what's going to happen with Adam's character. It seems that this sacrifice that he made, in the woods is going to be very big, and it's going to affect who he is as a person, and I'm excited about that. Ronan thing at the end was wild. The Raven being in his dreams or not being in his dreams anymore, I don't know what that means, but I'm very curious. So that was a good, I don't know if I would call it a cliffhanger because it's not like it's a plot point, or maybe it is, but it was more just like a little, oh, here's the thing to look forward to. I am looking forward to more of the lore being explained in the second book. I am looking forward to just getting a better grasp on this world. I actually generally really like in fantasy books, especially like not high fantasy books, like fantasy books set in the real world, when the characters that we follow, the characters that we're closest with, just like have an understanding of the way the world works and aren't learning things for the first time. I think that's fun. I think it's a great way to just sort of usher the reader into the world. However, it also means that you need to come up with better and more creative ways to explain things. And not that this book necessarily does a bad job, I could just have used more of it. But yeah, I enjoyed this. I think I'm gonna give this 4 out of 5 stars. I am very excited to start the second book tomorrow. I don't see why I wouldn't be able to start it tomorrow. I hope that one keeps me on my toes and keeps me guessing as much as this one does. I am hopeful for this series, even though it is apparently not at all what I thought it was going to be. I am hopeful for this whole thing being a really good series. That is all I have to say about the Raven Boys, and I will see you guys when I talk about the second book that I don't even know what the title of it is. Didn't bother looking it up. Okay, bye!